Hey, fight fans, welcome back to Carlo Perusa. Today I am joined by Mr. Rico Disciullo. You might have seen him on The Ultimate Fighter a couple seasons ago with McGregor and Michael Chandler. He's here with his boy Charles Rosa, supporting him during fight week. Rico, we're here. Charles got a really big contest over another Boston guy, Pete Barrett. We were talking about a little bit before. A lot of Boston talent on here. You got Randy Costa, you got Pete, you got Charles. At one point, we had Sal Almeida. It's pretty cool to see all the Bostonian talent here.
Yeah, man. I mean, we have a bunch of staple gyms out there that have been putting in a lot of work for a long time, a lot of great talent. So it's cool to see them jumping over into this platform and putting on a show for everybody. I'm excited for tomorrow because I have a feeling tomorrow's fights are going to be really, really, really good.
Now, you were on The Ultimate Fighter. Obviously, great showing for you. You had a huge knockout on there. What was the reactions like after that?
Yeah, I mean, it's wild because the show happens, and I mean, I guess I can say it now. Charles snuck in there, and he was actually there for the fight. So I was kind of wigging out. It was wild. They don't really show too much on the TV. You can't really see it. So as I walked in for the fight, he was one of the first people I saw, and I kind of did a double take. I was like, "How this kid could even get in the building?" You know what I mean? So the fight happens. I get the knockout, and it was just kind of surreal moment for me and him too, especially because obviously everybody on the team, it was a big win, our first big win on the show for our team, and but just to see Charles in there, me and him been through a lot together growing up, and we've always had each other's backs. We've always had so many fights together. We always corner each other for the most part if we can, and that was just really, really, really cool. And obviously the energy after that was great, and you know didn't work out the best in the next fight, but I mean I learned a lot from it, and just move on to the next. You know what I mean? So it was fun. It was great, awesome experience. Everybody on the show was awesome. Good to see Jason Knight in here. Getting back to it too as well. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow.
One of the cool moments on that season, you got to drive Conor McGregor's Lambo. How did that all come up, man? Was that just kind of like a comment you made, not expect anything of it, and the next thing you're driving the car?
Yeah, so like after training, we always, we're sitting around waiting for our buses. So there's usually like 10 minutes of like, just kind of kicking it, sitting around, hydrating and just, shooting the shit. And I was, I opened the door and I see his Lambo there. I was like, oh, damn, dude. I just straight up just asked him, no, because Connor was really, really cool. He was real, with everybody on the team, real down to earth. I still keep in touch with him through Instagram and stuff. He talks to me about like, what to work on, what's this, certain things. So, he was awesome, man. His whole team was great between like the wrestling coaches, stuff that they worked on that worked out in the fight, the nutritionist, everybody on the team was fantastic, man. I couldn't say enough about them. And, it was just a great experience, and definitely is going to, help me for the future for next, whatever I get my hands into next time for my next fights. So I think I learned a lot there, and awesome people. Just really good experience.
We're here at a bare knuckle event. Obviously, I feel like your style kind of fits this very well. Would we be surprised if maybe we see you doing this one day?
Yeah, no, I'm all for it, man. I really I've once especially this like MMA, bare knuckle MMA. I think this is genius, and I think it's the next big thing. To be honest, it's it's the rawest form of fighting. You know what I mean? It's real. It's true. It's and like it's combative chess, man. It's a fucking war. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's fighting at its core. You know what I'm saying? It's extreme, but so you got to be you got to have that mindset. You got to be a warrior, and you got to also have the skills to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a little bit of everything, and it's exciting as hell, man. Tomorrow is going to show too. I have a real big feeling. Charles's fight versus Peter is going to be, one of those fight of the nights. Like people are going to watch, like, oh man, this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for a lot of the fights on the card, to be honest. But yeah, man, I'm definitely down. I enjoy the Gamebred promotion. I enjoy bare knuckle, pretty much bare knuckle boxing as well. I'm just a huge fight fan in general. So this is right up my alley for sure.
It's amazing to see how mixed martial arts and combat sports has evolved. 25, 30 years ago, people were calling this human cockfighting.
Right.
It was hardly legal anywhere. It was thinking this was like criminal activity and stuff. When you first started this, did you ever see an organized MMA bare knuckle organization existing?
No, no, for sure. Especially in Massachusetts. I came from a camp in Sityodtong in Boston where, we had a really, really we were a known staple fight gym. You know what I mean? Like everybody from around all of New England came in there, and like we sparred 3 times a week. Like it was a very hard, almost like a Boston shoot the box style, like back in the day where the people came in, like you come in on Saturdays, open gym, everybody's there to spar to get better. You know what I'm saying? So, and it built us. We're game ready. You know what I mean? So the thing is over there you couldn't even fight Muay Thai. You have to go to New York. You know what I mean? So never mind amateur, it was different. Amateur MMA, which was kind of backwards to me. You could fight with no shin guards, so just no knees and elbows. But then you go to other states, it's a weird commission thing. But now it's just awesome to see how much everything's evolved and people understand it's all about skills and the martial art about it, and like you know your skill and technique's going to take over, and it's just cool to watch because like you got kids like my son knows more jiu-jitsu now than I did when I was like 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's 10 years old competing in jiu-jitsu already. So it's just amazing to see these kids grow up, go to one gym and have, you got a black belt in jiu-jitsu at a very, very high level. You got a really high level school boxing coach. You got a wrestling coach, all under one roof. So it makes it a lot easier for these kids to grow up and have, that full, well-rounded package that you need when you get higher up in talent of competition.
Absolutely. All right, last question for you. What's next? What are the goals going into 25?
So I have a feeling you'll probably see me back here sometime soon. Let's just leave it at that.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. That's Mr. Rico Disciullo. I'm Carlo Perza. Stick around, fight fans.
Yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate
Thank you,
it.
buddy.